Hey, dessert lovers! Today, we're taking a delicious road trip across America to discover some of the best desserts each state has to offer. From fruity cobblers in Alabama to huckleberry ice cream in Wyoming, we'll be showing you where to find the tastiest treats. Ready to explore? Let's dig into all the states and their must-try desserts. First up, Alabama. You can't visit the South without trying the legendary Blackberry cobbler with peach ice cream. Blackberry is Alabama's official state fruit, and at Peach Park in Clanton, they take it to the next level. Their cobbler is baked to perfection with fresh-picked blackberries, and the peach ice cream is the perfect pairing for a hot summer day. Trust me, you'll want seconds. Heading way up north to Alaska, we're tasting something unique: birch syrup ice cream. Wild Harvest in Talkeetna is where you'll find this one-of-a-kind treat. Birch syrup has a deep, caramel-like flavor with a slight spicy kick. Alaskans love their ice cream, and this flavor is a true local gem. And if you're feeling adventurous, grab a fireweed glazed donut at Anchorage's Kobuk Coffee Company, another delicious state specialty. Now, onto the sunny state of Arizona, where dessert takes a desert twist with prickly pear soft serve. This vibrant, Instagram-worthy treat can be found at Topo in Gilbert. Prickly pear cactus, iconic to the region, has a slightly tangy, sweet flavor that's unlike anything else. You can even dip it in chocolate or lime for an extra kick. And if you're traveling through Dateland, don't miss their famous date shakes, made from fresh, sweet medjool dates. Next, we're off to Arkansas for a dessert that might surprise you: Possum Pie. Don't let the name fool you. This pie is as sweet as they come. Named after the possum's tricky nature, this pie hides layers of chocolate pudding, cream cheese, and whipped topping under a simple crust. You'll find it at Stobie's restaurant in Conway or Russellville. And for more pie fun, head to Morrison's for their famous fried pies and flavors like apple and pecan. Next, we're headed to California for an iconic treat: ice cream cookie sandwich. This dessert dates back to the 1920s in San Francisco, where vendors started serving ice cream between two oatmeal cookies and coating them with chocolate. Today, ITCIT ice cream continues the tradition, serving up these nostalgic sandwiches in Burlingame. For something a little different, try the Persian ice cream at Mashti Malone's in LA, which features unique flavors like saffron and rosewater. That's just the start of our dessert road trip across America. Stay tuned as we'll dive into more mouth-watering treats from other states. We're heading to Colorado, where their Palisade peach pie steals the show. Colorado is known for its sweet, juicy peaches grown in the town of Palisade. And no one does peach pie better than Colorado Cherry Company in Lyons. Their peach pie, with its perfect crust and fresh peach filling, is a must-try when you're in town. Next stop, Connecticut, where we're indulging in some irresistible Snickerdoodle cookies. Connecticut's iconic treat is the classic Snickerdoodle, soft, chewy, and coated in cinnamon sugar. For the best ones, head to Scratch Baking in Milford, where their cookies are baked fresh daily and pair perfectly with a hot cup of coffee. Now we're moving on to Delaware, where peach pie reigns supreme. Peach pie is Delaware's state dessert, and there's no better place to enjoy it than at Pfeiffer Orchards in Camden, Wyoming. Their pies are made with locally grown peaches and feature a buttery crust that melts in your mouth. Off to sunny Florida, we're diving into the famous key lime pie. Florida is all about that tangy, refreshing key lime pie. The best spot to grab one is at Kermit's Key West Key Lime Shop in Key West, where they serve the perfect balance of tart and sweet. Don't forget to try their frozen, chocolate-dipped version for a fun twist. Next, we're heading to Georgia for their ultimate comfort food dessert: peach cobbler. Georgia's famous peach cobbler is the epitome of Southern comfort. One of the best places to try it is at the Varsity in Atlanta, where the cobbler is baked fresh and served piping hot, often with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. Next, the beautiful islands of Hawaii, where Haupia Pie is a local favorite. Haupia is a traditional coconut-based dessert in Hawaii, but when you turn it into pie, it's pure magic. The best place to try this is at Ted's Bakery on the north shore of Oahu, where their Haupia Pie, with layers of coconut and chocolate, has been a hit for years. Next, we're heading to Idaho for something truly unique: the ice cream potato. At first glance, it looks like a baked potato, but don't be fooled. The ice cream potato is a quirky Idaho dessert made from vanilla ice cream, dusted with cocoa powder to resemble a real potato. You can find this treat at Westside Drive-In in Boise, where it's been delighting customers for decades. Off to Illinois, where Chicago's iconic rainbow cone brings all the colors of the dessert world together. Since 1926, Original Rainbow Cone has been serving up this eye-catching treat. It's not just about the colors, it's about the flavors. With chocolate, strawberry, Palmer House, vanilla with cherries and walnuts, pistachio, and orange sherbet all stacked into one cone, this is a must-try when you're in Chicago. Now let's head to Indiana, where sugar cream pie is the state's pride and joy. Sugar cream pie, also known as Hoosier pie, is an old-fashioned classic made with sugar, cream, and butter, no eggs. For the best slice, visit Wick's Pies in Winchester, where they've been baking this dessert to perfection for over 70 years. Next up, we're in Iowa for a treat that's all about nostalgia, Scotcheroos. Scotcheroos are a beloved Iowa favorite. Peanut butter Rice Krispies bars topped with melted chocolate and butterscotch. The best place to grab these irresistible treats is at Palmer's Deli and Market in West Des Moines, where they make them from scratch daily. If you're looking for something flaky and nutty, try the Dutch letters at Jarsma Bakery in Pella, a puff pastry filled with almond paste. Next, we're heading to Kansas for a surprising combo, cinnamon roll with chili. Yes, you heard that right. Cinnamon rolls with chili are a thing in Kansas. At Great Harvest Bread Company in Wichita, you can enjoy this unusual but delicious pairing. The warmth of the cinnamon roll complements the savory chili perfectly, creating a taste experience you didn't know you needed. And don't forget to try the peppernuts at Prairie Market and Deli in Newton, spiced cookies that are packed with holiday flavors. Now, on to Kentucky, where the famous Derby pie reigns supreme. First created at the Melrose Inn in Prospect, Kentucky, this rich pie features a buttery crust filled with chocolate and walnuts. You can try the original at the Brown Hotel in Louisville, where they've been serving it up since the 1950s. For something boozy, grab some bourbon balls from Evan Williams Distillery, a decadent blend of bourbon and chocolate that's hard to resist. Next up, we're heading to Louisiana for a fiery classic, Bananas Foster. Bananas Foster was invented at Brennan's Restaurant in New Orleans back in 1951, and it's been lighting up dessert menus ever since. The bananas are cooked in a rich rum sauce and served over ice cream, creating a dramatic and delicious dessert. If you're visiting during Mardi Gras season, don't miss out on the iconic king cake from Joe Gambino's bakery. Next, we're traveling to Maine, home of the famous blueberry pie. Maine's wild blueberries are smaller and sweeter than regular blueberries, making them perfect for pie. Helen's Restaurant in Machias serves up one of the best blueberry pies in the state, fresh, sweet, and packed with flavor. And if you're a fan of whoopie pies, Wicked Whoopies in Freeport has an amazing selection, from classic chocolate to fun flavors like maple and peanut butter. Next up, let's visit Maryland, where we have the classic Berger cookies. These rich, chocolate-frosted cookies have been a Baltimore staple since the 1800s. You can grab these decadent treats at Berger's Bakery. If you're a fan of cakes, don't forget to try the Smith Island cake, Maryland's official state dessert, a multi-layered cake filled with chocolate frosting and a true labor of love. Next, we're heading to Massachusetts for a taste of the legendary Boston cream pie. This dessert was invented at the Omni Parker House in Boston in the 1800s. It's technically a cake, with layers of sponge cake filled with custard and topped with a silky chocolate glaze. For a modern twist, head over to Union Square Donuts in Somerville for their famous Boston cream donuts. Now, let's visit Michigan for some famous Mackinac Island fudge. Mackinac Island is known for its creamy, melt-in-your-mouth fudge. At Joann's Fudge, you can try this sweet treat in a variety of flavors, from classic chocolate to maple walnut. And if you're feeling adventurous, don't miss Michigan's Superman ice cream, a colorful mix of blue moon, red pop, and lemon flavors. Next up is Minnesota, where dessert bars are the treat of choice. Minnesota is famous for its wide variety of dessert bars. Whether it's lemon bars, Scotcheroos, or peanut butter squares, you'll find these delicious treats everywhere. For the best dessert bars in Minneapolis, check out Sarah Jane's Bakery, where they bake them fresh daily. In the summer, try Sweet Science Ice Cream in Edina for their unique sweet corn blueberry ice cream. Next destination, we're traveling to Mississippi for some indulgent mud pie. This decadent chocolate dessert is the ultimate comfort food. You can find it at the Chimneys restaurant in Gulfport, where the mud pie is piled high with chocolate sauce and whipped cream. For something a bit different, head to Sugar's Bakery in New Albany for their famous caramel cake, a butter cake topped with a rich caramel icing. Next, Missouri, where we're diving into the state's iconic gooey butter cake. This rich buttery dessert is a St. Louis staple. It's believed to have been invented by accident in the 1930s when a baker used the wrong proportions of ingredients. Today, Park Avenue Coffee in St. Louis offers more than 70 flavors of this beloved cake, from classic to seasonal varieties like pumpkin spice. Next, we're heading to Montana, where Huckleberry Pie is a true local delicacy. Huckleberries grow wild in the mountains of Montana, and their sweet tart flavor makes for an unforgettable pie. You can try this dessert at Lula's Cafe in Whitefish, where the Huckleberry Pies are made fresh daily. It's the perfect way to enjoy the flavors of Montana. Then to Nebraska, where the Kolache reigns supreme. These soft, pillowy pastries were brought over by Czech immigrants and have become a Nebraska favorite. At Stoysic House of Sausage in Omaha, you can find kolaches filled with flavors like apricot, prune, and sweet cheese. Whether you have them for breakfast or dessert, they're simply irresistible. Heading to Nevada, where you can find the lesser-known but delicious Basque cake. With Nevada's rich Basque history, this dessert is a must-try. The Martin Hotel in Winnemucca serves a fantastic Basque cake, featuring layers of buttery pastry and sweet custard. Pair it with a cup of coffee, and you're in for a real treat. Then, we're off to New Hampshire, where fall wouldn't be complete without apple cider donuts. These spice donuts are packed with the flavors of fall and are especially popular in New England. Applecrest Farm Orchards in Hampton Falls is famous for their freshly made apple cider donuts, which are perfect for enjoying after a day of apple picking. Our next stop is New Jersey, where we have the famous saltwater taffy. These cinnamon anise shortbread cookies have deep roots in New Mexican tradition. You can sample the best at Salinas Biscochitos in Albuquerque. If you're in the mood for something unique, stop by Pioneer in Pie Town for a slice of apple pie with green chili. The sweet and spicy combo is an unforgettable twist on a classic. Next up is New Mexico, where we're tasting Biscochitos, the official state cookie. These cinnamon anise shortbread cookies have deep roots in New Mexican tradition. You can sample the best at Salinas Biscochitos in Albuquerque. If you're in the mood for something unique, stop by Pioneer in Pie Town for a slice of apple pie with green chili. The sweet and spicy combo is an unforgettable twist on a classic. Next, we're heading to New York for the iconic Half Moon cookie. Hemstraat's Bakeries in Utica has been making these hand-frosted cookies since 1920. With a fluffy cake base and a perfect blend of vanilla and chocolate frostings, the Half Moon cookie is a true New York classic. If cheesecake is more your style, swing by Veniero's Pastry in NYC for their legendary New York-style cheesecake. Off to North Carolina, where we have the fluffy yeast donut. Krispy Kreme may have made North Carolina famous for yeast donuts, but for a local twist, head to NC Jelly Donuts in Mebane or Burlington. Their donuts are light, airy, and available in a variety of flavors. While you're in the area, don't miss out on some sweet potato pie at Sweet Potatoes in Winston-Salem, a southern classic. And next, we're in North Dakota, where caramel rolls are the ultimate comfort food. Unlike cinnamon rolls, these sticky treats are drenched in rich caramel sauce. Little Cottage Cafe in Bismarck is known for its huge, gooey caramel rolls. And if you're looking for a salty-sweet combo, don't miss the chippers at Carol Widman's Candy Company, potato chips coated in rich chocolate. Next up, we're in Ohio for the beloved Buckeye. Named after Ohio's state tree, Buckeyes are peanut butter fudge dipped in chocolate, and they are a local favorite. You can try the best Buckeyes at Mally's Chocolates, where they've been making these treats since 1935. Don't forget to check out Shaker Sugar Pie at the Golden Lamb in Lebanon for a taste of Ohio's traditional sweet pie. Next, we're off to Oklahoma for their famous pecan pie. Pie Junkie in Oklahoma City is the place to go for some of the best pecan pie around. They also have a chocolate and bourbon pecan pie that's out of this world. And if you're feeling adventurous, head to Arbuckle Mountain Fried Pies for their Blackberry fried pies, a delicious handheld treat. Moving on to Oregon, we've got the delicious Marionberry Pie. The Marionberry, a hybrid blackberry, is native to Oregon and is the star of the show in Marionberry Pie. You can find a perfect slice at Willamette Valley Pie Company, where the pies are made fresh daily. For a twist, try the Marionberry Crunch Pie with a buttery crumb topping. It's a local favorite. Next up is Pennsylvania, where we're digging into the classic shoofly pie. Shoofly pie is a Pennsylvania Dutch classic, made with brown sugar and molasses. Head to Bird and Hand Bakery in Lancaster County for their famous wet bottom version. And while you're in Philly, don't forget to try water ice at Rita's. It's the perfect refreshing treat on a hot day. Our next, we're heading to Rhode Island for the refreshing frozen lemonade. Dell's Frozen Lemonade has been serving this refreshing treat since 1948. With a smooth, slushy texture and a tart sweet flavor, it's the perfect summer pick-me-up. If you're looking for something a little richer, try a coffee cabinet at Delecta Pharmacy in Warren, a Rhode Island-style coffee milkshake. Next, South Carolina, where the coconut cream pie is a southern favorite. Miller's All Day in Charleston is where you can try this dessert at its best. With its silky coconut filling and crunchy graham cracker crust, it's a perfect mix of flavors and textures. And if you're in the mood for something unique, check out the Huguenot Torte at Fleet Landing, a warm, meringue-like dessert with apples and nuts served with vanilla ice cream. Now we're heading to South Dakota for a taste of kuchen, the state's official dessert. Brought to South Dakota by German immigrants in the 1880s, kuchen is a sweet dough filled with either fruit or custard. For the best, head to Tyndall Bakery in Tyndall, where you can choose from delicious flavors like blueberry and caramel apple. For something different, try wojapi at Dakota Steakhouse, a Native American berry sauce served with fry bread. Next up, Tennessee, home of the classic moon pie. First created in Chattanooga, the moon pie is a nostalgic favorite. Visit the Moon Pie General Store to explore flavors you won't find in most stores. And if you're near Lynchburg, stop by Miss Mary Bobo's restaurant for their famous fudge pie, served with Jack Daniel's whiskey-infused whipped cream. Now we're off to Texas, where pecan pie is king. At Fredericksburg Pie Company, you'll find some of the best pecan pie in the state. Whether it's classic pecan, chocolate pecan, or bourbon orange pecan, they've got a flavor for everyone. If you're craving something cold, don't miss a visit to Blue Bell Creameries in Brenham for a scoop of their iconic ice cream. Next, we're off to Utah to try their famous raspberry shake. Utah's raspberries are known for their sweetness, and the best way to enjoy them is in a thick shake from LeBeau's Drive in Garden City. If you're up for something a little more local, try the Utah scones at Sills Cafe. They're deep-fried, fluffy, and served with honey butter. Next, we're heading to Vermont, where maple creamy is the dessert of choice. Vermont is famous for its maple syrup, and you can't leave without trying a maple creamy, soft-serve ice cream with a strong maple flavor. Grab one at Bragg Farm Sugar House in East Montpelier and enjoy the taste of pure Vermont. Next, we're heading to Virginia, where peanut pie steals the show. Virginia has been famous for its peanut production since the 1800s, and the Virginia Diner in Wakefield is a place to try their signature peanut pie. This rich dessert has a flaky crust and a caramelized peanut filling, perfect for anyone who loves the sweet and salty combo. And don't forget about Chess Pie at Livin', the Pie Life in Arlington, another Virginia favorite. Next, we're heading to Washington, where the apple pie reigns supreme. Washington is one of the largest apple-growing states, so it's no surprise that apple pie is their iconic dessert. At Snohomish Pie Company, you can grab a slice of their famous apple crumb pie, made with fresh local apples. And if you visit during cherry season, don't miss the cherry pie at Alum-Mode Pies in Seattle. It's a perfect summer treat. Now, we're heading to West Virginia for the unique Pawpaw ice cream. Pawpaws, also known as the West Virginia banana, are a rare fruit with a custard-like flavor. At Ellen's Homemade Ice Cream in Charleston, you can try this seasonal delicacy during the brief harvest season. If you're looking for a nostalgic sweet, grab some potato candy at True Treats Candy in Harper's Ferry, a traditional Appalachian treat made with peanut butter and potatoes. Next up is Wisconsin, where frozen custard is a must-try. Milwaukee is known as the frozen custard capital of the world, and Leon's Frozen Custard, open since 1942, is the place to go. They offer classic flavors like butter pecan and maple walnut. Another Wisconsin favorite is the Kringle, an almond-filled pastry that you can find at Benson's Bakery in Racine. It's perfect for breakfast or dessert. Finally, we're ending our journey in Wyoming, where huckleberry ice cream is a state favorite. Huckleberries grow wild in Wyoming, and the best way to enjoy them is in a creamy scoop of ice cream. Moo's Gourmet Ice Cream in Jackson Hole is famous for their huckleberry flavor. It's sweet, tart, and the perfect summer treat. If you prefer pie, head to the Cowboy Cafe for their tangy rhubarb pie, another regional favorite. And that's it for our sweet journey across the U.S. From Alabama's Blackberry Cobbler with peach ice cream to Wyoming's Huckleberry ice cream, these iconic desserts are a true reflection of each state's unique flavors. Which dessert are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more delicious adventures. See you next time.